You know, it's kind of unbelievable. It's the 1st of October and it's 80 degrees today. That's pretty amazing. But let me ask you a question. Who do you hang out with? Who are you comfortable with? Who do you like being seen with? Then again, who might make you uncomfortable? I mean, if others saw you together, is there anyone like that for you? I mean, maybe it's not a specific individual, but maybe because of who they are, what they believe, how they behave, who they stand with. Maybe it's a group of people because of who they are and what they believe and how they behave and who they stand with. What can we learn from Jesus? Always our best model and our standard bearer. In Luke 15, 1 and 2, the Passion says it this way. Many dishonest tax collectors and other notorious sinners often gathered around to listen as Jesus taught the people. This raised concerns among the Jewish religious leaders and experts of the law, indignant that they grumbled and complained, saying, "Look at how this man associates with all these notorious sinners and welcomes them all to come to him." Pretty amazing, right? Who lives like that? I mean, we tend to size people up and choose who is best for us to hang out with or to get to know, how advantageous it could be. We usually weight it more. You know, how will they impact us, our reputations, our community, our future? But what standards do we use? I think Jesus is a pretty good standard. Luke 15, 1 and 2 in the easy to read translation says this: many tax collectors and sinners came to listen to Jesus. And then the Pharisees and the teachers of the law began to complain. Look, this man welcomes sinners. He even eats with them. Jesus chose folks others would not. Tax collectors, sinners, notorious sinners, folks with questionable reputations, true outcasts, the lower class, those who are misunderstood, and those who live in the margins. Jesus was not afraid. Jesus stood with those that others walked right past. How can we stand with those who we don't understand? Stand with those we would say live on the margins. Stand with those who feel misunderstood. Stand with folks who feel left out. Luke 15, 1 and 2 in the Message says this: by this time, a lot of men and women of questionable reputation were hanging around Jesus, listening intently. The Pharisees and religious scholars were not pleased, not at all pleased. They growled. He takes sinners and eats meals with them, treating them like old friends. Their grumbling triggered this story. Have you ever thought that folks were growling and grumbling at you or about you? And is this a good thing? I'm beginning to think that it is, even when it might not feel so good. But can be fun keeping folks guessing, can't it? Guessing about what we're about and who we're sharing life with and why we're loving on the difficult, those who are difficult in their eyes, the uncomfortable people. As long as we are seeking to look and to live like Jesus, he is good company to keep. And when we're with him, we're more than good. We are living transformationally. For that, we need the Holy Spirit to fill us with presence, with wisdom, with discernment, courage, and love, deep and compassionate love, and with those that we might stand strong with those who Jesus walked with. Now, as we enter into our time of prayer today, I want to lead us in a prayer that my family of faith prayed this past Sunday in unison as we confessed together, as we worshiped together this week, in the midst of our celebrating communion together. Hear these words. Pray them in your heart with me. Merciful God, forgive us. Forgive us anger and fear, greed, arrogance, and pride. Too often control our thoughts and motivate our actions. We have been created to love one another. We are even called by Jesus to love our enemies, those that differ from us, those we don't fully understand and choose not to like. We have been known to behave selfishly and to indulge in feelings of hatred. We're quick to excuse ourselves and to suspect the worst of others. We do the things we know we should not and neglect to do the things we know that we should. We want to do better. We want to be better. Help us by the power of the Holy Spirit to see the world through your eyes and to become all you desire us to be. Amen. May this be our prayer this week. Now, Kathy, if you will help us in a prayer practice that allows us to practice all that we are learning through the Spirit. Thank you, my friend.
I've started doing some work with children and breathing, and one of the things that I'd like us to practice today is making sure that our belly, lower belly, is where we're filling up our torso. So place one hand on the heart and then one down on the lower belly. Inhale, and you may feel the top hand also lifting, but the bottom hand, you should be able to feel it moving. Exhale. Inhale. Feel that bottom hand being resistant to the inhale. Exhale. Inhale, filling that belly, especially the bottom hand is feeling resistance. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. So the importance of keeping the breath emanating from the lower belly is that is what calms us down. When we breathe only in the top part of our chest, we actually get too excited. And so with children and with adults, as we're practicing our breathing, really thinking about putting resistance on the lower belly and then allowing your belly to push that hand as you inhale and exhale. You just find the belly retracting. Thanks for practicing with me.